welcome to Horrorcraft Reanimated 2.1 change logs. Today we're going to be talking about the massive changes that I've made. So where should we begin? I need to turn this fucking crow. I apologize if during this video I don't sound too well. I've been dealing with some issues regarding my health and shit like that, but it's fine. It's nothing to be worried about, I hope. If we remember correctly, in Horrorcraft 2.0, I added a couple of things, refreshed it, and we updated from version 1.18.2 to 1.19.2. We had removed some mods, we had reworked the title screen, difficulty had changed a little bit, balances and all sorts of different things. And then I had reworked the config and in caves as well, and the sounds and caves and all of that. That's the main thing that happened within 2.0. The bad news is that we had to remove monsters and girls. This is terrible. This is something that it's depressing, really. And the main reason why I wanted to remove monsters and girls is because, you know, when it came to other creators playing the mod pack, I didn't really realize that these monsters and girls were just walking around with full-blown titties out. I thought the buns was just like, you know, it's buns, it's jokes, but then at the same time, it gets a little too far to the point where this doesn't really align with the spooky aspect of the mod pack. The main reason I added it in was not because I'm a gooner, of course. The main reason I added that into the mod pack was because they had added some spooky, scary stuff like the Halloween girl or whatever it was and stuff like that. And this was when I was going through the whole entire mod list, trying to put in as many horror mods related as possible. So monsters and girls had to go. Secondly, we had to remove the Mr. Crayfish furniture mod, but we re-added that and changed it from Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod to Mr. Crayfish's furniture refurbished, I think, and that's basically gonna upgrade as time goes on. It's for 1.19.2 and it's a new mod that came out relatively recent. Let's talk about bug fixes and then we'll get to the new features for this update. So some of the bug fixes that we have are there was a mod called Twisted Horrors that I had added to the mod pack, and basically there was a spawn that happened to spawn every so often, and if you had previously played the mod pack, I wanted to make a hotfix update, but then I was just like, I might as well just wait till Horrorcraft 2.1 because the update log is pretty clean. I don't have many updates or hotfixes or anything like that, so I was just like, all right, I'll just fix it in Horrorcraft 2.1 and then we can get to what's going on. There was another bug regarding shaders, and this bug basically, when you would go underwater, you wouldn't be able to see the surface and everything, the textures and everything would be glitched out heavily. That bug is now resolved because we have new shaders. I'm gonna get to these in a moment because you can already tell, like, things are a lot more dark, things are a lot more different, and honestly I like the I like the look of these shaders a lot more than I like the look of the other ones. So let's get to mods removed. We removed the Peeping Tom mod. It was too frequent, and then on top of that we had also removed, like I said, the Twisted Horrors mod. I'd also removed the Siren Head, the Arrival mod, because I'm not sure if you've played the mod pack, you would understand that the creator of the mod did an amazing job, but what they really need to do is add a configuration file. It seems that Siren Head wants to override the configuration file that I already have implemented into the mod pack. Caused me a multitude of problems. I mean, number one, Siren Head would be spawning every single night, which is bad. We don't want that. It doesn't give players any sort of grace, and then also it gets repetitive. With all of that being said, we had changed that so you can change to Spooklementary and exit options, video settings, shader packs, and it should be right here. We also have Hysteria shaders if anyone wants to change to Hysteria shaders, but I haven't really tested it that much within the mod pack. I know that there is a chance for graphical bugs when it comes to these shaders, nor has the colors or anything been tweaked for these shaders. I only tweaked them for Spooklementary because I like how these look a lot better. Alright, on to the mods added. Now, of course, before release, I'm going to try to see if I can add a couple more quick mods to see if, you know, people have made new mods that I feel like would be a good addition to Horrorcraft Reanimated. But let's talk about some of the mods added from other creators. We have Whisper Woods. made by this creator. I'm not gonna say the names because I don't want to butcher any of the names. I'd rather just put them up on the screen for you guys. Leon's spooky paintings. So we added more paintings. We've got the medieval one, now we've got the spooky paintings. We've got oh, I removed that mod because that was causing some issues. We've got mob lassos. We've got better enhancements. So, you know, if you're confused on things, better enhancements makes it a lot easier for us to really see what's going on here. So yeah, we've got better enhancements. Got better chunk loading, Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, and any of the new mods that I've added in. I'll probably tell you guys in Horrorcraft episode 10, which is, now we're getting to the good stuff. The main reason I decided to do this update, because I had realized that episode 10 was coming, and you know, normally these Minecraft series are 20-part series. I don't know how long this was gonna be, but episode 10 is really like when we should step it up a little bit, and start to put that gear in full drive. So the two new mods that I've created is one, as we can see in my inventory, this is what we call a spooky spawner. Now, should I spawn this right here? I don't really know if I want to. Let me set the time to date because it's terrifying. Oh, also there's no multiplayer still. You know, the mod pack's got to get a little bigger first, before we get multiplayer in here, because I definitely cannot server host shit. Look, here we have a spooky spawner. It does glow in the dark, which is probably why it's glitching out the sand and shit, because I forgot to, you can't craft this block anyway. But listen, this is what we call a spooky spawner. Now the spooky spawner was made specifically for this mod pack. It's one of the custom mods. Why did I make a spooky spawner, and what does it do? A spooky spawner is kind of like a monster box. Instead of walking close to it and it spawning a bunch of like skeletons, zombies, and creepers, the spooky spawner, and this is what's funny, I like roulette and gacha games, okay? The spooky spawner has a chance of spawning any single entity in any sort of mod pack. So if you break one of these and you find it, and that's going to be a rule, if you're playing the mod pack and you find one of these, hit a backup real quick and then break it. Because you gotta break it. Once you see one of these hoes, you gotta break it, and that's the rule. That's what I'm gonna, you know, apply to myself. So the spooky spawner spawns in any random entity. Let me demonstrate. A snow golem. You may be wondering, does the spooky spawner, oh yeah, because you can see under the ground and shit. I think I really have to fix that. Now you might be wondering, man, this pissed me off so much because I like things to be a certain type of way, and this is not the certain type of way. It's making me real mad. I might just restart the whole damn video and try to fix the spawner. It's fine, it's whatever. I'll fix it in a later update if someone reminds me. So it can spawn anything, and that was a dangerous creature. So we're gonna turn off easy and give you an example. This dude. Sometimes nothing happens, and that's even more dangerous, because when nothing happens, you want to look at your ticks and make sure your shit didn't crash. The second mod that I have, which is another custom mod called Scary Structures. Now I had mentioned in my 2.0 update changelogs video that I don't know if it's still up. I forgot what I did. In that update video, I had mentioned that I wanted someone to make a mod that added in like scary structures, and then I was like, okay, I might as well just make a mod myself, because one thing I've learned in life is that nobody's gonna do shit for you. Just do it all yourself, okay? And that's a very, very bad way to think, but that's the way that I've been thinking as of a long time here, you know. And don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. Don't let restrictions limit you. I went through a lot of trial and error. It's not like I woke up and said, I'm gonna make a mod. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make 2 of them. Matter of fact, I don't know how to code at all, but I'm still gonna do this. So, this is not one of my structures. I'm pretty sure this is like Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh yeah, this shit looks terrifying. We've never been in here. Spoilers. But if we fly around here for a little bit, I don't know how long this is gonna take. We're gonna find one of our 9 structures that I had crafted over the weeks. It took a very, very long time. And I was posting on community tabs. I know some of you saw, some of you didn't. I was posting on community tabs the structures as I was building them. Try to get some feedback, see if it looks the way it's supposed to look, or see if I need to add anything or remove anything. So this is one of the structures here. Now, like I said, I'm not good when it comes to modding. Not very good at all. Especially spawning structures these big was one of the most difficult pieces of shit I've ever encountered in anything. Spawning structures this big, alone this big, and there are bigger. I'll show you some more structures. I'm not gonna go through all of them because that just ruins the surprise. But there are bigger structures, I promise to you, where things go down. So in these structures, we have custom loot tables, right? So chests that can spawn with loot in them, all customized for each structure. And of course, all of the chests are at the top because this is an this is an upside down house, as we can see here. This structure is called the abnormal house. Can you see why it's abnormal? Yes. Okay, great. But as we can see, a spooky spawner is here. 2 of them. Oh lord. When you break these, a random entity or something can spawn, and these are going to be bosses. Because the main issue that I had faced when making the mod pack and deciding what bosses that I want to be in it, like I said, I don't know how to code, I don't know how to mod. I can't just sit up here and make creatures and stuff like that, especially because I do not have all of the time. This already took way too much more time than it should have, so I can't sit up here and make these bosses and creatures by myself. I'm gonna need to find a workaround. So I said, let me implement every single mod that I have added to the mod pack and make it so there's an ability for them to spawn, but it's not my doing necessarily, right? Because I didn't get cleared for all of this stuff, right? So and it's quite impossible to an extent to get cleared of all of these things. Not every creator is still on Curse Wars. Not every creator is going to reply when you need things released. If a creator does feel a certain type of way about me using their mob or their monster in the mod pack, then I could remove their mod from the mod pack and we can keep on moving. Apart from that though, when it does come to the scary structures mod, we did, thankfully, and let me eventually find another structure here. That's not mine, but wow, that structure spawning is beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. So yeah, now the structure generation isn't the best, but at least they're in the game, you feel me? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is interesting. I had the crayfish mod installed. So what ended up happening here was I had the crayfish mod installed for building the structures initially, right? And then I was all like, well, I don't really have permission to do this. So I removed the crayfish mod. And with removing the crayfish mod, I forgot that if you don't like destroy the blocks, they're gonna still spawn in these areas. But I think this was the first structure that I had built, so this is the only structure that's affected. That's cool. But these also have custom generation like this. You could also get Fortune 2 Unbreaking. These have enchanted tools. There's a little guy here. And if you're wondering, yes, I did get permission from the Horror Elements mod creator to add his blood and all of this stuff in the mod pack, thankfully. I don't know what that was, but that was spooky. Spooky structures. Yeah, there's more chests up here. And then I'm gonna find one more structure that I need to find actually, just to make sure things are okay, because I might have added furniture to the hospital. Oh, here we are. This up here, everyone, feast your eyes. Oh, it's over here. Okay, it didn't spawn the best. Oh, let me get its good side. I need to get its good side so it looks good to everyone. Look, this is one of the main components to the mod pack. Now, oh, there's another structure down there. I don't know what that is. So this right here is called the Tower of Terror. Okay, and if we go into the Tower of Terror, we have a chest and a book. And if you open this book, welcome to the Tower of Terror. This is a roulette dungeon. Please run a backup before you begin. So I showed you all the Tower of Terror not too long ago, and basically within that tower, there's a couple of things that could happen. You could. It's basically like a roulette dungeon. There's no loot in it, of course, and that's because whatever you get is what you have to fight and the loot that you get from it. The good news though is if something really bad does end up spawning and it's like game breaking, if you have a backup, which I explained it in the damn thing that you should back up before you break any of the blocks. The next time you come in, there's a chance for a different spawn that probably won't break your shit. So, yippee. Let me see if I can find these other structures. With this structure, as we can see, it's always gonna spawn shitty like this because I was way too lazy. And I'm gonna be honest. If someone made a damn mod, a structure void, if someone made a mod where you can see the structure void you place down, because people are probably all like, oh, well, you can already see it if you click on the structure block and press show invisible blocks. Hell no, I can't, because my computer isn't good enough for these big ass structures and all the smaller blocks that appear. So if I could just see the structure blocks and then put like it over the structure as much as I have to, then we'll be good. I'm not gonna go into the egg. That's for you to find out what's in the egg. Okay, here it is. This is the other structure I wanted to show everyone. This is the hospital. Hospital looks pretty cool. Okay. If you don't know, then yes. If we go in here, you can see this is a janitor's closet. There's a dead man, and here we've got a book and quill, and there's a little bit of storyline to some of these structures as you explore them. There's a elevator here. All right, with all that being said, I hope you enjoy Horrorcraft 2.1. That's coming out probably around the 27th, 28th, maybe 29th latest, and then after that, October 1st, episode 10 of Horrorcraft Reanimated will be released. Everyone have a great day. Goodbye.